Okay, okay. I am continue the next session. So everyone try to solve this question. So question is saying a single lane unidirectional highway was designed with a speed of 16 km per hour. The perception brake reaction time of driver is 2.4 second and the average length of vehicle is 5 meter. The coefficient of friction of pavement is 0.38. The capacity of road in terms of vehicle per hour per lane would be. So in question, uh, a single lane with unidirectional way is given. Also in question, design speed is given, and I think reaction time is given with a value of 2.4 second. Average length of vehicle is given instead of giving 6 meter. In question, they gave 5 meter. Also, the coefficient of friction of pavement is given, which is 0.38. 0.38. Just see here, the coefficient of friction is 0.38. The capacity of road in terms of vehicle per hour per lane would be. So basically, they say find out the value of q, because q is the capacity, q is the flow, q is the discharge, q is the volume. So basically in question they ask the capacity of road in terms of vehicle per hour per lane. So also in question they have given a hint to find the gaps from SST, because here the coefficient of friction value is given. So basically we solve this question in this manner. Here you see, I think this is our third number question. So third question. So third question. So basically in third question they give us the speed of vehicle, speed, that means velocity v, that means because we denote our speed as v. So basically you write here v. Basically our v is equal to I think 16 kilometer, 60 kilometer per, not 16, 60 kilometer per hour. So basically our v is 60 kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour. Okay. Now they say perception reaction time. That means the value of tr is equal to the value of tr is equal to the value of tr is equal to, in question they gave the value of tr is equal to 2.4 second. The value of tr is equal to 2.4 second. So they gave the value of tr is equal to 2.4 second. And also they gave us length of vehicle, that means the value of l is equal to, basically they gave us 5 meter. Also in question they give us coefficient of friction. So the value of f is equal to 0.38. 0.38. They ask us find the value of q. Q, that means capacity of road is equal to what? So q is equal to what? So we have to find out the value of q. That means traffic capacity, traffic flow. That means basically traffic flow, traffic capacity. We have to find out. So here we observe from these values. From these values, we have to find the value of hs. Also from this value we have to find the value of hs. So basically hs, from here we find the value of hs. So here hs is equal to hs, that means space headway is equal to gap plus length. So hs is equal to gap plus length. Gap plus length. Gap plus length. Gap is equal to SST because I already discussed, if in question coefficient of friction is given, then you must take gap as your SST. So this gap is equal to SSD plus L. Now you know SSD is equal to stopping side distance. Stopping side distance is equal to lag distance plus braking distance. So V into TR plus V square by V square by 254F 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 plus the value of L. So basically we just put the value of V, TR and all things which will be given in question. So here value of V is equal to 16. The value of TR is in 2.4 second. It is 16 into 2.4 second plus 16 square by 254 254 into 254 into coefficient of friction. Basically coefficient of friction is 0.38. So it is 0.38 plus L. Plus L, that means the value of L is 5. So plus 5. Here please see carefully. Here the value of V, this formula is used when the value of V is given in meter per second. But in question, they clearly say the value of V is equal to 16 kilometer per hour. So this formula get modified. Instead of taking V into TR, we have to take here 0.278 into VTR TR, because the value of V is in kilometer per hour. So you just modify your formula. Instead of taking V into TR, you have to take 0.728 into V into TR. So basically V is equal to 16. So here you also write. So here you write, just you write to 0.278, 0.278 into 16 into 2.4 is equal to 16 square plus 254 into Fin. So just solve this equation or solve this relationship. So here we get HS is equal to, I think, 0.278 into 60 into 2.8 into 2.4. You get here, I think the total value comes out to be 82.33 meter. Basically, we find Q is equal to 82.33 meter. So you know the basic relationship between Q into K into V. So just apply that relationship. You know Q is equal to K into V. Q is equal to K into V. You know K is written as Q is equal to 1000. Q is equal to 1000 divided by HS into V into V. So here we get 1000 divided by 82.33, 82.33 into V into V. Value of V is given as 60 kilometer per hour. So by solving this equation or this relationship, you find the value of QH, the value of Q obtained is equal to 728 728.28 vehicle vehicle per kilometer per lane. So basically, in this question, they say a single lane unidirectional highway was designed a single lane. So basically, our lane is single. So just you observe here. Just you observe here. This is our single lane. Basically, just wait to load this. So this is our this is our road alignment. This is our road alignment, and the traffic movement is in one way. So basically, they say the movement of traffic is our single lane. So single lane, that means the width of this pavement or the width of this road is 3.75 meter. 3.75 meter, and also they say the movement of traffic is unidirectional. So basically, traffic moves in this manner. This is this is the vehicle. This is our traffic. So you just observe all the vehicles are moving in this direction only. So basically, in this question, they say a single lane unidirectional highway, single lane, that means 3.75 meter width of road. Unidirectional, that means the movement of vehicle is in one direction. Here the value of speed is given as 16 kilometer per hour. Here total reaction time is also given as 2.4 second. Our IRC suggests the value of TR is 2.5 second. But in question, if they say you take TR value as 2.4 second, then no problem, because solve your question according to the asked in the question. Okay, so basically the value of TR is equal to 2.4 second. Length of standard vehicle is also 6.6 meter, but in question they give length of vehicle is 5 meter, so no problem, you take 5 meter for length of vehicle. Also the coefficient of friction they give 0.38, but in question they have to ask capacity of road in terms of vehicle per lane per hour per lane. So basically this is the answer. The answer is 728.8 vehicle per kilometer per lane. So you get modify your answer and reported it as 729 vehicle, because 728.8 is not a number of vehicle. 729 vehicle per hour per lane. So you modified, you also modify here, instead of taking kilometer you take vehicle per hour. So this is the question which is asked in your GATE examination. Next question. Just use the next question is, this is your next question. Question saying the average spacing between the question saying question is saying that the average spacing between vehicles in a traffic stream is 15 meter. Then the density of a stream would be. This is a very simple question, one-liner question. The average spacing between vehicles in a traffic stream. That means here is our vehicle, here is our one vehicle, here is our one vehicle, here is our another vehicle, here is our another vehicle. So basically, the average spacing between the vehicle in a traffic stream is 50 meter. So basically, they give the space headway value. So basically, this value is 50 meter. The value of space headway is 50 meter. Then they ask what is the value of q. You already know. Then the density of a stream would be. They do not ask about q. They just ask about the value of k. So you write here the value of k is equal to. If they ask to find the value of q, that means they have to ask to find the value of traffic flow. But in question they ask find the value of density, or then the density of stream will be. So basically density is denoted as k. So you already know k is equal to 1000 by hs. So just put the value of hs here, 1000 by 50. You get 20 vehicle per kilometer. So this is the answer. So I think I cover all the technical aspects of traffic flow and capacity flow analysis. My next, I think my next discussion is on different types of model. That means traffic flow stream model. You already know to figure out the relationship between traffic parameters like your traffic density, like your traffic flow, and also like your speed, and also like your speed. Different researchers will carry out their research. So the finding of their research are given as a different model. So basically first researcher is Greensill, who gave his model. So just to start, what is Greensill model? So here you see, here you see traffic flow, traffic flow, traffic flow, traffic flow slash stream model. Traffic flow slash stream model. Slash stream. Traffic flow stream models. So I already discussed to figure out the exact relationship between different traffic parameter. That means for traffic density, that means for traffic flow, and for traffic speed. A number of research is being carried out. Basically, a number of research is being carried out to find out the exact relationship between K, Q, and V. The result of these researchers, or the result of this research, yield with many mathematical model broadly classified into two. So basically, these models will be classified in two types: stream model or traffic flow stream model is classified into two types. First is macroscopic model, micro, micro, first is microscopic model, microscopic model. First is microscopic model. and second is your macroscopic model, and second is your microscopic model. Micro Microscopic model. Microscopic. This is the second model. Microscopic model. So basically, this microscopic model deals with this microscopic model deals or represent how the behavior of one parameter of traffic flow change with respect to others. That means behavior of we have just seen behavior of behavior of this model. We have seen behavior of one traffic model, one traffic parameter, one traffic parameter, one traffic one traffic parameter, one traffic parameter with other. With other. With other. Microscopic model. Microscopic model deals with just with in this model, in this microscopic model, traffic flow analysis of traffic is done by modeling driver, driver to road interaction within a traffic stream with respectively analyzing the interaction between a driver and another driver on the road. So basically, microscopic model deals with driver, driver, basically driver interaction, driver, driver interaction, driver driver interaction. It relates to driver interaction. Interaction, driver interaction. So basically, microscopic model. In this model, traffic flow analysis is done by modeling driver to driver and driver to road interaction within a traffic stream with respectively analyzing the interaction between a driver and another driver on the road. So basically we have deal with these two models. First is microscopic model and second one is microscopic. First one is microscopic model. So basically for traffic flow or stream models to figure out the exact relationship between just figure out the exact relationship what is the exact relationship between k q and v traffic parameters, or these are our traffic parameters. So basically to find out the exact relationship between these traffic parameters, a number of research is being carried out. I already say the result of these researchers with many mathematical model broadly classified into two types. First one is macroscopic model and second one is microscopic model. So here you see first one is macro, second one is microscopic model. So basically microscopic model, it represents how the behavior of one parameter, that means how k is related with q, or how this k is related with v, and how this q is related with v. So basically these are the relationship between which exists between q and k and v, and also q and v. So for finding this relationship, we require different models. So for analyzing those models, many researchers do their research. So first model or first researcher is is dead. So I think first researcher was, name of that researcher is, first one is Greensild. First one is Greensild. First one is Green. First one is Green Silds. S H I E L D S. E L D S. Green Silds. First one is Green Silds stream model. First one is Green Silds stream model. Green Sild stream. Green Sild stream model. What this model say? Structure here. Green Sild stream model. So what this model say? The structure. I already discussed these things. So first point is green silk stream model. So here you see green silks assume a linear. Green silk assumes a linear. So the assumption of green silk is the assumption which is made by green silk assumption. This is the assumption of green silk. So also the researcher which green silk also assumes certain things. Also here you see for calculating different traffic parameter, he also assumed linear relationship between traffic density and traffic speed. So this is the assumption made by Greensill. But linear relationship between, carefully you see here, linear linear speed density relationship. So he say this is the traffic speed on y-axis. We plot traffic speed. Also in x-axis we plot our traffic density. So he just assume the linear relationship between speed and density. So basically this is the linear relationship between speed and density. But in previous class I already say this is not the linear relationship, this is the assumed relationship. So basically the original or the observed relationship is non-linear, but during research time Greensill assume the relationship between speed and density is linear. So do not worry about it, they assume, so we also assume. So basically, this is the, here you see Kj. Kj is known as Kj. I already discussed. Kj is jam or maximum density when speed is zero. So during Kj, Kj that means during jam density. Kj that means jam density or jam condition. Kj is equal to, I use black one. Kj is equal to jam density. Kj is equal to jam density. Kj is equal to jam density or jam under density under jam condition. So basically Kj is equal to jam density. During Kj, in the jam condition, V is equal to 0 because no movement of vehicle is permitted or no any vehicle will move under jam condition. Also in this condition, space headway is equal to 0 or space headway will be minimum. This here you observe Vf. So basically this Vf is equal to, just I erase these things. Just I erase this thing. Here you see Vf. Vf is equal to free speed, which the density k is 0. Here you observe when Vf occur, then the value of density, or it may be traffic density, or it may be jam density, the value of density is 0. So during maximum or during free speed, the value of density is equal to 0, or during jam condition or during jam density, the value of speed is equal to 0. So basically, Greenfield assumed a linear relationship between speed and density. I think it is clear to everyone. So the equation for EVM relationship can be derived as, basically this is a straight line. So this is a straight line. This is a straight line. This is a straight line. So just derive a relationship between, so green shield assume, but green shield assume there is a linear relationship between, there is a green shield assume there is a linear relationship between, shield assume there is a linear relationship between, just right, use green pen. So here there is the value of Vf, and here this is Kj. Basically, on x-axis we plot our traffic density, we plot our traffic density, traffic density, traffic density, traffic density, and also on y-axis we plot our traffic speed. So this is our traffic speed, traffic speed, traffic speed. Basically, this is our traffic speed, traffic density, traffic speed. This is the origin. So here Vf is equal to free speed. Here Vf is equal to free speed. Vf is equal to free speed. Kj is equal to jam density. Kj is equal to jam density, or density under jam condition. So basically Kj is equal to jam density. And also this is the linear relationship between traffic speed and linear. linear. So here the equation for ever relationship, that means between speed and density, can be expressed as, So here, from here we write y is equal to y is equal to y is equal to y is equal to mx plus c. Then you write y is equal to mx plus c, mx plus c. The value y is y y intersection or y axis. So on y axis we plot v. Also m is equal to slope. So basically we write here m as slope. The value of x we write as density because on x-axis we plot density. So here mk plus c is y-intercept. Basically c is our y-intercept. So basically the value of y-intercept is this much. The value of y-intercept is this much. So basically the value of c is written as bf because c is your y-intercept. C is your y-intercept. Y-intercept. Intercept. Y-intercept. So we just find the value of slope. So slope value m is equal to, just right here, m is equal to y1 minus y2 or y2 minus y1 is the general equation of our slope for a straight line. Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. X2 minus x1. Just solve this equation. You get the value of v is equal to, the value of v is equal to, here you get, here you get 0 minus Vf. The value of m you got 0 because y2 is 0 minus Vf divided by kj minus 0. You get kj minus 0. Kj minus 0 is the value of slope or the value of m. So into, this is the value of m. You write here the value of k, m into k, because our basic equation is mk plus vf. So just you write here by simplifying the above equation, you get v is equal to, here I write because with a squish. So by simplifying the above or the below relationship, you get v is equal to, you get v is equal to vf 1 minus 1 minus k by 1 minus k by kj. So by solving the below equation, you get this much of result. So this is our, I put this thing in box because this is very important. Formula we get v is equal to vf 1 minus k by kj. This equation is referred as, this equation is referred as Green-Silt models. So basically this is our Green-Silt stream model. V is equal to Vf 1 minus k by kj. Every term has their own significance. Here V represent traffic speed, Bf represent your free speed, K represents your traffic density, Kj represents jam density or density under jam condition. So I think up to this point everything is clear. So I conclude my today's lecture here. From next class, I continue from this point. We derive the relationship between Q and KB by using this equation. So I continue from next class. Okay, thank you.